Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing ever happens. It's just another cold morning in a field with a pile of old stones.
What about the cloud of mystery, Alan? The pulsing ley lines and the circling power of the stones drawing you into their ancient rites?
They're nothing but old stones put here a couple of thousand years ago. We can't connect to history that far back. I mean, nobody knows why they're here.
It's a good job you put on all the enthusiasm when the visitors come, otherwise you'd be a rotten guide.
It's my job. Look, there's nothing special in the atmosphere here, but it is quiet for thinking.
I've never really felt anything. So, what are you thinking about?
Salsa.
Salsa? Eating or dancing?
Dancing, of course. I've got some nifty new moves.
Well,
That's thrown you, isn't it?
well, that's thrown me a lot. See you dance like that. Well, Alan.
Well, my girlfriend likes it, you know. It's great fun. So, what do you do when you're not here?
Tropical fish. I tend my aquarium. There's my Cedric, Ellen, Hattie, Jeremy, and all the others.
And who might Cedric be?
Oh, Cedric is a red-finned ruby shark.
How about that? We're such interesting people, aren't we? And here we are, working as guardians of the national heritage. Of course. They're not in it for the money, though they rake in lots of dough. It's education for the masses, culture for the leisure classes, with the standing stones on show. Information, information of the most informing kind. Information, information, the most learned you can find. Information, information for the betterment of mind. Information, information for the betterment of mind.
We don't really know the history as to why the stones are there, just the thoughts of educators and ideas of speculators, if that gets us anywhere.
Information, information of the most informing kind. Information, information for the most learned you can find. Information, information for the betterment of mind. Information, information for the betterment of mind. Do you know, I think my girlfriend might take to the waltz.
Really? Now my fish, my neons, do lovely dances in the fish tank. Do you think fish really forget what they're thinking about each time they go round the tank in a circle?
Well, I don't know much about fish. My experience with them is limited to vinegar and chips. If I'm not mistaken, this will be the last bus load of the day. Get ready, thanks. Oh, here they come, here they come. Oh, damn it. Now, welcome. Trust you enjoyed the background video on the bus.
Very nice.
You're all experts in the history now. There will be a test later. No, just joking. Look, please, enjoy your visit in whatever way seems best to you. My name is Alan, and this is Flick.
So now we'll show you for real this mysterious ancient monument that's such an icon in the landscape of England. Oh, I think I forgot to feed Cedric and the new ones. I tried to feed them individually, but it's really difficult when you're just sprinkling that flaky stuff in the water.
Well, the old stones don't look quite so big when you see them up close, do they?
It's just like all the pictures you see of it, though.
Well, it would be, wouldn't it?
Of course, you need to see it for real. It's what you do.
Well, we'll do our best to bring the history of the stones to life. You are here to experience the unforgettable inhospitable atmosphere that pervades this ancient place.
Is there something I should be feeling, you know, beyond a vague sense of wonder about how or why they're here at all?
Well, some say they feel a connection with those who attended ancient ceremonies here thousands of years ago. Now, if you'd like to follow us, we'll show you in detail how it all fits together.
Yeah, and do you feel something special yourself when you're close to the circle?
But of course. Can't you see the forces washing all through me like soapy rain? Now, what's your name?
My name's Thomas.
Well, Thomas, you can have a try at feeling the feeling.
Well, it's impressive as a building project, especially as they didn't have access to JCBs. How much does each of those stones weigh?
Each standing stone and lintel weighs upwards of 50 tons. I think I fed the guppies at least.
Well, I never. That's so interesting. Isn't it, Arlo?
So it is, Janice, so it is.
Now, over here you can see a particularly fine example of a sarsen stone. Some say dragged here by teams of people from a quarry in Wales.
Waiting for the Druids to appear?
Hello? No, I'm just trying to get my head round all this means to me. Trying to conjure up something ethereal. Yeah, I'm trying to get a special feeling being close to the circle.
And do you?
No.
You should be here at sunset when all the pretentious group of visitors and guides have gone away on their buses. There's no staying behind the fence then. That's when the fun begins.
So you come back amongst the stones then?
Of course. I stay just over there in the lane in that old Comma Bluebird camper van.
Don't they have security guards at night?
No, silly. Who's going to cart away a Starson stone?
Well, you know, so you live just in the lane and you come and stand by the stones in the evening?
Why, yes.
What do you do?
Well, that would be telling. I can tell you're intrigued, though.
Carry on.
Oh, wow, there's a wholesale ritual sacrifices once the sun goes down, of course. But what's your inspections of the stones told you? Shall I reveal their darkest secrets?
Well, are there any? I can't sense anything. Yeah, I was waiting for the the feeling, you see.
Well, did you know that there's 14 ley lines that converge here? One goes straight to Glastonbury, and I bet they didn't tell you that on the bus. Actually, do you even know what a ley line is?
Well, yes, they're sort of an ancient power grid, more like a sort of a mystic highway without the pylons.
Oh, very good. But can you feel them?
No, the only sense I have is a sense of history.
Well, okay. If you come up the lane tonight, I'll take you to the stone circle and you can see if you have any ethereal sensibilities. But I wonder if you're bold enough to come. You look a bit wimpy to me.
You mean come up tonight and creep up in the evening? How would I get here?
Well, it's quite easy. You walk along back the main road and then go through the wooden broken down posts and then come at 11. But if you don't see me, ask for Tanya.
Yeah, come through this way. Yeah.
And I think that's the last.
I think it is indeed.
So we're coming back to.
We're coming back to where we started. Oh, we hope this has been a memorable tour for you and that you found the stones as impressive as we always do. If you have any questions, we'd be most happy to answer them.
What did you say those stones weighed again?
Oh, upwards of 50 tons.
Oh, they must have had some sort of magic to move them, don't you think?
You still here at the first stone? I'm afraid it's time to get back on the bus now. And so we bid farewell and take our leave of the strangest, most mysterious, most atmospheric heritage site in the entire world. Or perhaps the entire universe.
Yes, we hope this has been a most memorable tour for you. Oh, nearly time to go and see my fish.
Did you hear what that hippie girl said before she ran off? She asked that chap to come back tonight at 11. That's a nuisance.
I shouldn't worry about it. 10 to 1, he'll be tucked up in bed.
Quick, bus.
Hail, stranger! Who comes at the hour when life begins to seep through the earth and the stones sigh and their mystery awakens?
It's me, Thomas.
Hi, Thomas. I wasn't sure you'd come. This is Jack. He's in a camper van further up the lane.
Hello, and who might you be?
Yeah, I've come to see the stones close to. Yeah, I was invited.
And what kind of being are you?
Yeah, I'm an electrical engineer. Yeah, I live in Bath.
Now then, Mr. Electrical Engineer from Bath. Enough of the mundane. It's the hour when we're free to be within the circle. You can feel the life in the stones and the ley lines beginning to pulse beneath your feet, sending their ageless messages across an endless stream. And all for us.
Isn't it wonderful to be here in the moment and feeling the mysteries that surround us?
Can you feel the streaming? You seem thoughtful.
I'm just trying to settle into it.
I feel the music as it streams, born on the ancient of seas. Moments sigh as they fly. I feel the music as a dream.
I see the shadows passing through, visions too swift to pursue,
Glimpses old, long foretold. I see the shadows passing through.
out across the centuries?
No, as it happens, can you?
No, not yet. But we're always hoping, and we're sure something will happen sometime.
Oh, we come here all the time, you know. If we stick at it, something's bound to happen. We've been trying all kinds of new rituals to awaken the stones and collect the ley lines.
What exactly are you achieving or hoping to achieve?
Some sort of connection with all the ancient powers.
Yeah, I see. And that's why you come here and camp in the lane, and rather than getting on with a normal life and coming here and dancing about. That's your life?
Absolutely. There must be something else in the world other than what we see.
Behold the old bright power of the singing stones. Janice, do keep up. By the ancient wisdom invested in me, Arlo Grover, chief druid of the leading coven in the north, I hereby make connection to the force here in these stones.
Will you look at that? They weren't tourists at all. They were casing the joint for their takeover tonight. Well, that's something else.
Here gather the multitudes of the spirits of the ancients.
Sounds like a lot of mumbo-jumbo to me.
Hand me the lamp.
Careful now. You went all wobbly the last time you tried to do this.
Shut up.
It's all going off now.
Hear now. The ancient voices assemble. The power descends.
I think they might need help.
Could give them some help.
Now silence must envelop the darkness, and the leading light draws in the power.
Yeah, this way, this way. Yes.
Oh, look, it's those two heritage guys. Well, I never.
They must have decided to see what it's like at night as well.
All earth spirits draw near. Enter the circle of power.
The geezer hasn't recognised them. He thinks he's conjured them up.
O ethereal beings, kneel to your druid masters.
Well, here's the thing. Didn't expect to find a crowd up here, did we? But these are the visitors from this afternoon's busload. They all got up as druids. Follow me.
Okay, I'm a humbler spirit.
Oh, mighty ones, we are here at your command.
Well, what happens next?
Oh. And I tell you what, it's going to be a human sacrifice. I tell you, that's it.
Let's see how those guides are going along with it. Maybe they're entranced.
The mighty forces gather here, filling the ancient stones with life. We are both invigorated and humbled by its power.
What a load of nonsense.
Shush, this is fascinating.
We, your servants, have maintained your traditions through all of time. We come now to cause and celebrate the rising of the sun and the banishing of darkness. But in the long hours of the night, before we create a new dawn, there is much to do.
We offer full and urgent sacrifice to the forces of life and perform the rituals laid down by tradition.
Do we have to go in and save them?
I don't think so yet. Not yet anyway. There'll be plenty of time for us to go in and save them.
What are you called in this human world?
I'm Alan, guide to the stones.
And you?
I am Felicity, guide to the stones, and guardian of the fish.
Ah, did you know that the salmon is the fish of the druid? Yeah, I read it somewhere.
Oh, shush.
Kneel before your druid masters.
Raise your right hand. Right. Good. prepare the sacrifice to a ritual precise,
to ensure the crops will grow, some innocent blood must flow.
It's a pity that it's so, but there it is, you know. But it's a great pity, a great pity that they've got to go.
That they've got to go.
But it's a great pity, a great pity that they've got to go.
That they've got to go.
Now, would you mind lying down, please?
I'll do this.
Make yourselves comfy.
Thank you very much.
Give me the knife.
We haven't got a knife. We're not going to chop into their entrails for real, are we?
Well, then give me a tree branch. We'll have to use a branch. That'll have to do. It will work. It's the ritual that brings the right results.
Sometimes I get confused as to what's real reality and what's reality in terms of the ancient forces.
Why am I not surprised? Now pay attention.
Oh.
Oh, ancient and everlasting force, we ask you to manifest in acceptance of our sacrifice. For rain and sunshine in their eternal order, for the crops to grow, for the people to grow in strength and wisdom, and for the establishment of the druidical system of government across the land.
Stop! Cease this corrupt ritual forthwith.
Kneel before your druid majesty.
Who are you?
Don't be daft, they're the ancient spirits. We must have evoked them somehow when we were going through our ritual.
Now, wait a minute. You seem to be druids rather than visitors from the north, now that you're wearing those costumes. But, well, now it looks like you've been supplanted by a superior set of druids in even fancier costumes.
Well, what exactly is going on?
And how come this place has got so crowded all at once?
We are druids. I'm the master of the first Giggleswick Coven.
Are you?
He is.
And do you have druidical powers of any kind? Are there druidical powers? And what are they?
That's a lot of big questions.
Silence! You are not proper druids. We are, as you can see, genuine high druids. We call upon you to witness our power and our ceremony.
Arlo, aren't you going to challenge him? The first Giggleswick Coven is a powerful group of the wisest druids. And as for psychic energy, remember the barn dance last November?
Your feeble powers will crumble before our mighty forces.
Ah, what happens next then?
Well, now it's your turn to do the kowtowing before our most dreadful majesty.
Look, I'm still here, and I've been watching all this. I have to say that as far as I can see, you're just a bunch of amateurs in dressing up clothes. And now, there's two lots of you. Yeah, I suggest I need some evidence of some druidical manifestations to believe that there's anything supernatural in all this.
Well, you were just about to see, weren't you? We were just preparing our sacrifice when these others butted in.
What, with a branch from a tree? Come on.
Trees are part of the power too. They have very distinguished branches of power.
Silence! You want proof of the spiritual energy within these stones and the druidical power that we draw from them. Kneel, and you will see. Now's the chance to put into practice all the rituals we've been working on. It has to work.
Yeah, but you will recall that we haven't made anything happen as yet, despite months of chanting and waving our arms around.
But now must be the time. The stones owe it to us. Or maybe this isn't the moment. Maybe we should find a little place and a few minutes to prepare. Now, go through what we're going to do.
But they're waiting.
Yeah, but softly now. We will put our power on display and draw energy from the stone. But we know that the optimal power is the point of dawn, when the sun's rays pierce the eye of alignment in the stones. I suggest we pause and gather our forces until then.
Thank you very much. Yeah, okay, look, I think that's quite reasonable. But I've been listening to all you two, telling me what's what, and that I think I've got an idea that the first Gigglewick coven should display their wares first, and then the fancier group tell us what they can produce. Yeah, that's if we haven't all been transfixed and transported by the first lot.
Now that seems a good idea to me. I think we can all agree to that. Oh, I bet they had this thing thousands of years ago.
What, the Battle of the Druids?
Well, I don't know. It occurs to me that you might be shy enough from showing us your powers.
Yeah. You were all at the point of getting on with it a few minutes ago. So what changed?
Well, you do acknowledge that the moment of sunrise is the primordial crack in time for the psychic energy to be released.
And that's what we see at the summer solstice, is it? And all those people gather to try and get a glimpse of the paranormal. Yeah. I wonder if they feel anything beyond the proximity and masses of other human beings.
Yeah, maybe I should sit with you two and watch and wait while these two groups of druids get on with their dawn preparations.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I can agree to that, because I can wait. See, my fish won't starve. I've known them go 2 or 3 days without knocking on the tank to get me to feed them.
Hey, Flick, I'll spend the time teaching you the salsa.
That's agreed then.
Do you think there's anything in this?
I'll be mightily surprised if anything at all happens. I just don't believe in kinetic power issuing from the stones or whatever ley lines are supposed to intersect them. No, I've been working here quite a while and I've never felt the slightest hint of psychic energy. What we'll witness is some chanting, some waving of hands, and then the sun will come up.
I'd be disappointing, but there'll be entertainment, and you can't ask fairer than that.
Oh, come on, Flick. Salsa. Come on, let's salsa. Come on, you can do it. Wiggle the hips. Yeah, yeah, you got it. Yeah. Ooh, I heard that.
Now's our chance to prepare something spectacular. What are we going to do? Do you have that special ritual ready? Do you know it off by heart?
This is stressful. I don't want to be in a competition. I know we came here to try out our special Giggleswick ritual, but will it go through under such circumstances?
Oh, you better get a grip and remember the words and the cast for the magic. You had everything already prepared, haven't you?
Of course. Go and find me a stick that's more like a sword or a rod or a staff. The last one you picked up was more like a bush.
You've got us into something here. You know very well we're not ready. We've never made any psychic connections at all.
But this is just what we need. The pressure of having to succeed will provide the spur and generate all the pent-up energy we can possibly require. Oh, the extra friction will charge the stone and make the earth shake.
Oh gosh, I do hope you're right. Otherwise we're going to look like a couple of complete Charlies. Those over there haven't even recognised as the folk that they saw earlier. But let's keep it that way. Keep the mystery going. Okay, we're the major druids who appeared from nowhere. Should we do some practice?
Well, let's see. I've got the words memorised and the ritual. Do you remember your part?
Yeah, I think I do, yeah.
So, The important bit is when I raise my arms up high and cry, fusion, frisson, that's when it all happens.
Or it doesn't.
Don't be so pessimistic and negative. Well, that kind of electric current will ruin everything.
Okay, I promise to be the positive wire in the current situation. And I'm all charged up.
That's a girl.
Strange to be sitting here in the darkness by a world-famous monument, feeling lonely and tired. Almost as dull as my life in Bath.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bank on it though. Most of our lives is humdrum. I mean, I come to work, I go home, and I watch my tropical fish swimming vacantly round their tank.
The main reason for me coming here was to visit this place, to see if there's some numinacy in the world that would have made everything perfect in life, made my life as an electrical engineer a bit more bearable if there was some sort of grand plan. But I know exactly what you mean.
Is that a happy life then?
Well, it's a life.
And if we see something momentous and inspiring at dawn, something that connects our souls with some inner life forces, will that change your life for the better?
It might just, you know. And you, Alan, always the cynic.
I tell you, if I see ley lines pulsating out of the ground or feel the sarsen stones shaking, or hear the voices of ancient ghostly druids chanting away, I shall head straight for the hills. You won't see me except from a vapour trail. But it's not likely, is it? It's all too far in the distant past for us to make any real connection with what this site was for or what happened here. Nah, all we see is a pile of old stones made into some sort of construction that's aligned with the sun, erected with enormous effort by people with a few tools and lots of labourers. So the ancients believed in sympathetic magic, a primitive confusion of cause and effect.
My thoughts exactly. I think it's getting time to go and get our heads down and sleep until dawn. Sounds good to me.
I don't know why we came. I was so excited to come and see the stones in real life as a visitor, but the guides wouldn't even let us touch them. How are we supposed to feel the energy without touching them?
Never mind. We always intended to come back at night and attempt our ritual.
Thinking about it, it does seem a bit presumptuous now. Could druids from Giggleswick ever invoke a response from this, the most famous stone circle in the world? What have the most celebrated druids ever achieved here?
We don't know. They've never revealed any of their results. But there are plenty of tales of sparking ley line connections between Ayr and Glastonbury Tor.
Gossip and wishful thinking.
Maybe, but the stories are everywhere. How did they start? There must be something in it, surely. We've always believed so, ever since we joined the Druids.
I bet you remember we only joined for the social life and because our friends were in it. We like the barn dances, all that energy.
And so we came down to prove to ourselves that the power really exists. And here we are, and the dawn will come. Do keep your confidence. We will, I'm sure we will, generate a genuine feeling of the forces that lie here.
That's the spirit. You're a real support to me, Janice.
I'm feeling a little cold of the night, or perhaps it's apprehension. I so want to have the barriers break down and the energy rush in and fill me up with spiritual joy to know that I'm at one with the universe.
Oh, that's so old hat hippie talk.
Well, that's what I am. I gave up a different life to cramp myself in an old comma camper van every day and night, just to be by the stones and receive their influence.
Must have thought it was worth it.
I did. I do.
So your life is just worshipping the stones, cooking veggie fritters on a camping stove and catching a bus into Amesbury to work in a travel shop 3 days a week. Bit of a come down for a former high flyer.
Okay, well, I need to earn some money for the veggie fritters. You don't do anything.
No, benefits will keep me going till I've written my book. I get by.
And how many pages have you actually written?
I'm still assembling my material. Masterpieces take time. But for now, let's just resolve to make something happen that's transcendent and life-affirming. We must gather our mental forces and trust in what's destined to be.
Stillness, stillness, waiting for sunrise. Thoughts in mind, feel the time crystallize. Hidden force, hidden power seeps through the land. Thoughts in mind crystallize. The sun will rise.
The night is nearly over. It's getting to be time for action.
I had a dream. My shark Cedric was sitting on that stone, singing. It was most odd.
What was he singing? I bet there's something fishy about it.
Too early for daft jokes.
There's nothing funny about my tropical fish.
Please, this is a serious and solemn hour. Now, can we have quiet, calm concentration for what's about to happen?
Absolutely. We are completely committed to our purpose.
So, as we prepare for the sun to rise, now, will you begin your ceremony before ours?
Now, hang on a minute. We all agreed that the most powerful moment is when the sun pierces the eye of the stone, so that's when we want the climax of our ritual to be.
And we understand that, but we're suggesting that you begin your ceremony or performance or whatever you call it first, and then we'll chime in with ours, and then we can both come together at the point of connection as the light streams in.
That's okay then, isn't it, Arlo? And we'll see whose evocation produces the goods.
But will doing both rituals together interfere one with the other? What if the procedures you perform negate what we do? We might end up working against each other and get into a right old muddle.
Now, I can't imagine that happening. What's more likely is that the two ceremonies will reinforce each other. But we'll have to see.
What about us three? I mean, we're the observers here. Do you want us just to watch, or do you want us to do anything?
We could dance. Now, Alan here, he's our resident salsa expert. Or we could shout encouragement. May the force be with you.
Now look here,
And so
you said
on.
you were going to take this seriously.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, I think it's best if we just all sit down and see what happens. You know, we can always verify and vouch for what happens in case anything out of the ordinary happens. And if anything happens out of the ordinary.
Time's moving on. We better find our places to stand to begin our work. What or who are you going to use for your sacrifice?
Oh, I think we'll revert to the corn seed option. It's quick and easy and not at all messy.
That's a relief.
Oh, ancient and everlasting thoughts, we ask you to manifest in acceptance of our sacrifice, for rain and sunshine in their eternal order, for the crops to grow, for the people to grow in strength and wisdom, and for the establishment of the druidical system of government across the land.
Sounds like a politician canvassing for votes, doesn't it?
Now, shush, we've got to be silent and watch.
O ancient and everlasting force, we ask you to manifest for your acolytes.
I feel the power rising. The stones tremble at its coming.
As the dawn pierces the night with its life-giving rays, show us the ancient force that lies beneath us, encompassing all in its network of power, fury, illusion. Free song!
Your trusting believers entreat you to fold us into your energy fields as the instant of the dawning shakes the earth.
Something is happening.
And we believe. Let us join with the forces of life.
Hang on a minute. We're probably having some sort of mass hallucination here.
Oh, look, it's a proper light show. Yeah, the ancients would have loved if it didn't scare them after death.
We've made something happen. It's a bit like the barn dances back in Giggleswick that we used to have.
Now's the time for celebration. We might never see this again. Oh, I shall vault this through the pages of my book.
And to think of all those thousands and thousands of day visitors on their bus tours, having no idea as they go past these unmoving slabs of granite.
Yes, truly, the world is not as it seems.
And we're all differently aligned. But I think I'll be getting to know a certain electrical engineer from Bath.
Well, as for the monument guides, there'll be a new sparkle in the eyes as we move amongst these sleeping stones.
And I'll teach my tropical fish to salsa.
The magic is there in the world. You just have to make it. And we are, and always will be, surprised by love and wonder.
That we are in it. How did it all begin? How will it finish? The world is not as it seems. It's less about clockwork, more about dreams. Looking for that free song currents down the spine. Harmonies align. Looking for that free song. 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 Surprised by love and wonder. Looking for that free song. Looking for that free song. Currents down the spine. Harmonies align. Looking for that free song. 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 Surprised by love and wonder. Looking for that free song. 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 Surprised by love and wonder.
Oh my gosh.
You. Come on, let's do another. Oh, no. Oh, let's have a song.
Looking for that free song.